Hey there, and welcome to the Weeb Lounge. I'm Nick, and this is episode 1 of Otherside Picnic. It is an anime about going to another parallel world via elevator and fighting wiggle waggles. Yeah, wiggle waggles. Alright, this is also our first impression of this anime. In episode 1, I have to say it was at least interesting, a little different. I have to say, I enjoyed it, but let's get into the details. You have Sorowo, is the first main character, just like a brown-haired girl with glasses, kind of short, and a real loner. It's like, has no friends, hasn't really socialized in years, they're going to college and everything, and it's just like, kind of a loner. I mean, in a pathetic sense, like a bad, like really bad. But then you also have Toriko. She is this like taller blonde girl who has a real bubbly personality, kind of outgoing, and I might have to say slightly on the dumb side, but maybe not. It's going to take a few more episodes to really come up with that conclusion. But okay, here's the deal. This anime is all about ghost stories, kinda. Okay, what it is there's this other world, like parallel world that they can go to, okay? Like everything is the same but different. There's no real people there, but it's populated by ghosts and other entities that are formed from local folk tales, ghost stories, rumors, just mysteries and stuff like that, but they take form in this other world. Now, when I first heard about that, I was like, okay, here we go again. It's like a ghost stories type deal and all this other stuff. Yeah, I wasn't too keen on it, but in the very opening, you have Sorowo somehow got over to this world. Apparently, has been there a couple of times. I don't know how they actually got there, but it opens up with her laying in just like a real shallow puddle of water, like it just like half covers her while she's laying flat on her back, kind of just contemplating death. Yeah, just. If I die, the only people that'll remember me are the people who come after me for my student loans. That is modern day crisis right there. Okay. She's just kind of sitting there and there's this like this monster thing. They literally call it a wiggle waggle. Okay. It's a wiggle waggle. Apparently it's some modern day monster type dealy thing or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. But, while she's laying there contemplating life and death and her student loans, which I guess is all in one these days, Toriko just kind of comes out of nowhere. They mistakes her for like some painting lady or whatever, just like sitting there in the water. I can't remember the name. I'm bad with names. You guys know that by now. But kind of shows up and it just has like this attitude is just like off the wall. It's like, okay, hey, how you doing? Didn't know I'd see somebody else in this little world or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And then here comes the wiggle waggle, and she got a gun. Okay, she got a legit gun, apparently. And where she got it, who knows, but she just kind of... This blonde girl shows up with a freaking gun. Okay, college students showing up at random places, especially in other side of a world thing, parallel world, whatever, with a gun is not common, Over here in the States or whatever, it's... it's not going to be terribly uncommon, but different subject, whatever. Okay, so by pure luck, they have to fight this thing off. Now, the wiggle waggle, I can't get over that name. The wiggle waggle, I guess, as it looks at you, and if you stare at it, slowly you start to go insane, and these weird things kind of grow on your face or whatever. And I guess that'll just be like all-consuming at some point. I don't know what the deal is. And they have to find a way to kill it. Well, Toriko just kind of picks up a rock and chucks it at the thing, and all of a sudden it dies and turns into this cube. It's like a mirror cube. It's a cube, perfectly square, mirrored, but doesn't reflect people or something. Turns into a cube. I don't know if this is like a Transformers Energon cube or some otherworldly Energon cube or something. I don't know what it is. Whatever. But they did this purely by mistake, and it turns out they threw rock salt at it. Okay, so, a lot of the ghost things, like you throw salt or whatever, keeps ghosts away or does things to them or whatever. I don't know what the big deal with salt is. I really don't know what these ghost stories. This is some old school stuff, but okay. They get rid of that and they haul back to their world. All right. And they find this little place to go in, hide, and something like they're in this little rundown room, and all of a sudden something slams on the door that they just came through. All right. And Sorowo, she looks through the door and she sees nothing but blue. Like just solid blue. And Toriko kind of flips out because one of the things that she heard is that there's this really awful, deadly beast, something in that world. And the giveaway is that you see nothing but blue. So apparently they escaped by just a hair to get away from this thing. Whatever it is. We don't know yet. It's episode 1. I mean, this is our first impression of this thing, right? Okay, well, they get the heck out of there, and they pretty much parted ways. Soro's eating lunch at the cafeteria, school cafeteria, and Toriko just kind of shows up. Doesn't know her name, doesn't know her address, doesn't know her phone number, doesn't know what school she goes to, but Toriko is apparently a little more brainy and does a little bit of detective work. Where shows up a week later, unannounced, is like, hey, how you doing? I'm here. Okay, whatever. So, what do they end up doing? Well, apparently, Toriko definitely knows some more than what she's leading on, because that cube, she took it and apparently sold it to somebody and got a good chunk of change for it. So apparently these cubes in this other world are actually worth some money and of some use to somebody somewhere. I ain't got a clue. Like I said, we're in episode 1. We don't know everything yet. So kind of convinces Sorowo to go back to the thing, gets a big old bag of rock salt and everything, goes back to try to fight the things, right? Okay? Well, I'm not going to give the rest of that away, but they go back, they fight some stuff, they have a few moments, Sorowo almost goes nuts, and also finds a gun for herself, but I don't know if she kept it or not. I can't remember, but, apparently in this other world, the other side, there's just guns laying around everywhere. And apparently they don't work all that well, it seems. But yeah, this is one of those anime, like I kind of mentioned earlier, I didn't expect much from it, because it just seemed like some kind of cliche ghost hunting type anime. And to be perfectly honest, these ghost hunt type animes, I am bored of them. I hate them. They're stupid. I don't give them the time of day. I really don't, because they're overplayed all to hell. And plus, they use the same tropes and even the same damn ghosts all the damn time. It gets old. But I never heard of a wiggle waggle, okay? It's a wiggle waggle. Why a wiggle waggle for the opening monster? You figure it'd be something like Crazy Thing. Instead, we get a wiggle waggle and a blue screen. It's probably the blue screen. That's probably what it is. It's the blue screen of death from Windows 98 or something like that. You look through the thing, Windows 98, blue screen of death, everything dies, deleted, formatted, done. That is, in modern times, that probably is the worst monster to have, if you really think about it philosophically. Yeah, our initial impression of this anime is good. Very good, I have to say. I enjoyed the way they laid it out. Them two, they're polar opposite characters, but you can tell they're going to get along. Maybe even a little bit of Yuri in there. I mean, if you have two female protagonists, there's definitely going to be some Yuri involved in the thing, so... Thing. Oh, I haven't seen any scissor yet. Besides that, this anime, I definitely can't wait for the next episode. The first episode was very, very intriguing, and it set like this world in motion where you have to use an elevator to get there. I don't know where I'm trying to go, except for I know it's floor 2, floor 4, floor 6, floor 5. Something tries to get in at 5. You don't want it to get in the elevator at 5. Then you go up to like 8. I don't know where they go from there, but there's other bad things. Then once you get the final ones up on the roof, you get up there, you're in the other world. The other side. That's a really long elevator ride, ain't it? I mean, even if there's only 10 floors, if you're hitting each one in opposite, whatever, never mind. I'm going to give this anime another chance. I'm going to be watching for episode 2, and my general rule of thumb is to always give a new anime series 3 episodes. 3 episodes to see if it's really good or really bad, because sometimes they'll rush things in the first episode. Sometimes it'll take a little while for them to really get going. Madoka Magica. If you go back to that, it takes the first episode's like, second episode, third episode, and then you know the deal. Unless it's really, really bad. If it's really, really bad, whatever. But this one, I'm looking forward to the next episode, and you guys should like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. And I hope you guys do enjoy at least some of these videos and such, because I'm hoping to do at least 2 to 3 every season of these type of videos. And, you know, if they're good, they're good. If they're not, then, you know, maybe I'll find something else to do. But I'm just kind of conjecture there. We'll see you in the next video.